But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So this is what happens when your party starts electing people with dementia, electing people recovering from debilitating strokes, people with gold bars hidden in their sock drawer. We're going to end up with people who are completely unqualified, have no business being anywhere near Washington, D.C., thinking that they have a shot. And here's the thing, if they fit the proper protected demographics, more often than not, they're going to get that shot. And what I'm talking about is a Texas Democratic Congresswoman named Jasmine Crockett. We did a video about her. Well, she was in one of our videos a couple days ago, but believe it or not, this woman has completely cracked the code on this Republican-driven sham impeachment.
Let me tell you something. I don't want to talk about what y'all want to act like is some big mystery, because we keep sitting here and Professor Gerhardt, just to be clear, as my colleagues have even tried to provide evidence, which they're not the ones to provide evidence, have you ever heard them say "if" since we've been sitting here for I don't know how long?
Yes, I've been taking a tally.
Oh, okay. Can you show us? Can you show us what the tally is?
More than 35 times, the Republican witnesses and Republican members of the committee have used the word "if."
Thank you so much for that. Because honestly, if they would continue to say "if" or "Hunter" and we were playing the drinking game, I would be drunk by now. I'll tell you something that was so disturbing as I walked in to this chamber today. As I prepared, I said, what is the crime? Because when you're talking about impeachment, you're talking about high crimes or misdemeanors. And I can't seem to find the crime. And honestly, no one has testified of what crime they believe the president of the United States has committed. But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me. But I will tell you what the president has been guilty of. He has unfortunately been guilty of loving his child unconditionally, and that is the only evidence that they have brought forward. And honestly, I hope and pray that my parents love me half as much as he loves his child.
So even though she's completely cracked the code, the lucky thing for Republicans is she hasn't yet cracked how to put words together, how to state relevant facts, make plausible arguments, or put together any sort of actual point that voters might be able to grab onto. You know, all that said, she does have a winning personality. She's a firebrand, man. She's got a lot going on for her. And dude, she is sassy. If this woman was as correct as she is sassy, then we would be in big trouble. They may actually have something. But so obviously the point that she's trying to make, she took the very, very long way to making this point. It's the same point that her and all the other elected officials that have sold their soul to the machine have been trying to make and trying to convince you of. They want you to believe that and they think you're going to believe that there's no evidence to suggest any wrongdoing by the Bidens. And even if there is, there's no evidence to link it all to Joe, as she ignores text messages, phone calls, fake named government emails to his son, and Chinese wires literally sent to his very front doorstep, man. None of that is actual evidence. But of course, she turns around and makes it all about Donald Trump, probably because I guess all things, really, when you break it down, all things are about Donald Trump. She's going to start fumbling through boxes, unmarked boxes of classified documents, and says that that's evidence, wants you to believe that's evidence, but screenshots of text messages with names and dollar amounts in them, well, that is just proof of a father's love for his poor addict son.
But when we start talking about things that look like evidence, they want to act like they blind. They don't know what this is. These are our national secrets. Looks like in the shitter to me. This looks like more evidence of our national secrets, say on a stage at Mar-a-Lago. When we're talking about somebody that's committed high crimes, it's at least indictments. Let's say 32 counts related to unauthorized retention of national security secrets, 7 counts related to obstructing the investigation, 3 false statements, 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the United States, falsifying business records, conspiracy to defraud the United States, 2 counts related to efforts to obstruct the vote certification proceedings, 1 count of conspiracy to violate civil rights, 23 counts related to forgery or false document statements, 8 8 counts related to soliciting, and I could go on because he's got 91 counts pending right now. But I will tell you what the president has been guilty of. He has unfortunately been guilty of loving his child unconditionally, and that is the only evidence that they have brought forward. And honestly, I hope and pray that my parents love me half as much as he loves his child. Until they find some evidence, we need to get back to the people's work, which means keeping this government open so that people don't go hungry in the streets of the United States.
Yeah. So Dan, man, that woman completely wasted her time at that hearing. That's precious time, and she blew it. And she wasted our time as well. We had to watch that. We had to listen to it. And I just subjected you to it. I'm really, really sorry. But here's the thing. I had to show you because she's lying, and she knows it. There was 0 classified documents in those boxes. And according to the indictments, there's only a handful of so-called classified documents anyway. So the math with these boxes, it doesn't make a ton of sense. That's just showmanship. And here's the thing. Even if those boxes were literally full of stolen nuclear warheads, what does that have to do with anything? And certainly, what does it have to do with Joe Biden? The evils and horrors of Donald Trump are, I'm sure, good for a soundbite here and there, good for ginning up the base, good for virtue signaling to your old white bosses in the Democratic Party, but they aren't a defense of anyone, anywhere, for anything. So yeah, complete, total waste of time. My hope is that when people see this, they realize that these are not serious people. These are not people that they should trust to go to Washington and work their asses off on their behalf. Anyways, thought you guys would get a kick out of that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.